Hi Tim, how's your day been?
Yes, really good. Today I decided to stay home and chuck a workie.
Oh, novel concept.
Mm.
I
Well,
hope it's been effective.
since we can't stay home and chuck sickies, I thought I'd stay home and chuck a workie.
Yeah, good on you. Okay, so the vacancy rate information came out over the
Yeah.
last few days. Talk me through what that looks like.
So not surprisingly, the inner city area, the inner circle, as we like to call it, that has seen the increase in vacancy rate. That doesn't surprise anybody because I think the people who were in there seeking something more of a safe harbour, and that would be in the more affordable areas or back with mum and dad for some people. So we have seen the rate go up, the vacancy rate go up in that area. So again, didn't surprise us. We also knew that stock coming in from the Airbnb and also from holiday, short rental, and also the service department. So all of that's flooded into the Sydney area. So it didn't really surprise anybody. But I have to say, it hasn't been this bloodbath that we were led to believe it was all going to happen. Yes, the vacancy rates have gone up, but it hasn't been the way that everyone was predicting. And hopefully all of the doom and gloom that people were talking about will permeate out a bit broader than that when once all the shackles come off and we start to go back into the market more broadly.
Absolutely. I sat in on a session or hosted a session with Tim Lawless from CoreLogic earlier today, and if the members haven't seen the data from CoreLogic that reflects the last month, May, I would definitely encourage them to have a look at it because his view is quite optimistic as to the fact that even though we are in a recession, the market is quite resilient. The absorption rate, so buyers buying the property that's on the market is really strong, and he is very optimistic about what's moving forward. So I think we should see if we can get Tim to come and do a webinar for us at the end of after the end of the financial year, so after the June numbers come through.
And interestingly, also talk about vacancy rates out in the more affordable areas, so out in Penrith and these sort of places, the vacancy rate has actually gone down. So,
yes.
So it's gotten worse out there. So, worse from the perspective of a tenant.
Yes, so, absolutely. Yes, it's interesting, and I think it's really important whenever you're looking at data to realise that just because you're given one number for the country or one number for the state, we all have very different markets within the state, and so what's happening in the middle of Sydney is not happening in the regions or even in Western Sydney. So very important.
That's right.
So we've got Julia Flynn coming onto our webinar on Friday.
Yes. So and Julia is the Shadow Minister for Innovation and Better Regulation, which is also under that portfolio is Fair Trading, who is our regulator. So it will be very interesting to get a view on how Julia sees the issues that the property industry is facing, and for that matter, property services industry, and see what her views are about how we address that going forward.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, no, that'll be good. And as you know, Julia and the Labor did push for that $2,500, which was one of the concessions that government had to make for her to get that legislation through. So it'll be interesting to see what activity they're going to be looking at there, because that is so badly needed.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, also, we've got some training happening next week. On Monday, we've got Lockie Datto doing on-camera training. Yeah. And we've also, on Friday, got the psychology of selling happening.
Yeah. So there's some great courses, isn't it? Like the psychology of selling. I've seen that from other providers over the years, but I think it's the first time that the REI has actually delivered that. So that's wonderful, and all credit to Nerida Wooden and her team there for developing these new options that we're going to be providing coming out. That'll just be the first of a number of things, and I think the Lockie Datto, and that's also about skills like that you and I have perfected here now in the electronic environment.
Skills that we have perfected. So are you telling me that we don't need to do that course on Monday?
Well, I didn't go that far.
No, I didn't think so. Okay. Now we are also going to start pre-recording some special interest webinars. So if there are any speakers, presenters, real estate agents, business owners that you would like us to interview, please just reach out. We are very, very happy to, our little black book goes far and wide, doesn't it, Tim? So we can get access to lots of
and we're very good at twisting arms, so we'll get them on.
We sure are.
Name and shame if they won't come on.
We've got membership renewals happening right now too, so members need to be expecting their membership invoice to come through. But we're offering a few weekends away. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. So look, it makes sense to pay membership now. You get immediate tax benefit of doing that. Not that I suppose you should be giving tax advice, but obviously if you pay now, you get the benefit of a deduction now. And the other great news is that we will be offering three lucky people, to be able to go and have a weekend away in one of the fire devastated areas. So we're going to be giving that as a prize.
Yeah.
So that is great. So that expands the program you and I were involved in earlier this year, which I think is still on foot for that
beyond the bricks.
Beyond the bricks,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Now, I know there's been a lot of confusion around the $25,000 construction grant as to who exactly is entitled to that. And I would love to be able to tell you that I can clear that all up for you today, but I can't. I have reached out to government again today to try and get some clarity around that. So I will endeavour to be able to update that on Friday when we get together.
Yeah, okay, that'd be good. I have to say I'm confused about what boxes you need to tick, so I'll be interested to hear your the benefit of your inquiries.
Yes, thank you very much. Is there anything else you want to share before we go?
No, I don't think so. What did I have on my list? No, I think that's it. We've got a couple of media things which we're working on. Just one of them is to talk about making sure that the community is having a discussion around be careful what you wish for in this area, because my concern is that some of our investors in this area may seek opportunities elsewhere. So I think we need to bring some light onto that discussion.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt that, and that was something Tim Lawless raised today, that as rental returns come down, house prices are not coming down at the same rate as rents are coming back. And so that's obviously going to put even more pressure on yields. And given the Sydney market is only running at about 3%, we really can't afford those yields to fall any lower than that. So yeah, interesting time ahead in that space. So I'll look forward to seeing that release. And I will look forward to catching up with you again Friday.
That'd be good.
Okay.
All right.
See you later.
All right. Thanks, Leanne. Talk again.
Okay, bye. There you
Thanks,
go.
guys.
No worries.
All good.
All right. See ya.
Have a nice evening. Bye.
Will do. Bye.